I'm Jonathan Legg, host of The Road Less Traveled. We're rolling through some of the highlights from Season 2 of our show. I've recounted some of the most fearful moments and shown you what happens inside the office of a Filipino faith healer. Now, before we go any further, let me tell you about one of the running jokes on the set. At some point, someone noticed that in almost every episode, I take my shirt off. Now, this is purely coincidental, but the joke is that the producer is doing this intentionally. Let me present you with the evidence and you decide. Do you see a pattern? So we head to Japan for the final 2 episodes. No shirt off stuff. But the very last day, I mean the morning before our flight, Dante Calvelli, our cameraman, comes up with this brilliant idea for a final stand-up. We'd been doing a whole lot of stuff in one episode which played into a Budo theme. Kendo, Kyudo, ninjutsu. So Dante's idea is to have me surfacing out of the water with a ninja mask on. The problem in Japan is nothing's gonna happen at the last minute, at least not officially. So we get to the onsen as soon as it opens. Now the ritual here is you go in, you take a shower, and then you go back to the hot pools. Well, there's a horde of old men behind us that we've gotta beat. So we walk in, take a shower quick like a lightning strike, and then we go back to the pools buck naked, but I have my ninja mask rolled in a towel, and the cameraman Dante has a camera and a boom mic rolled in his towel. And we figure we got 5 minutes before these old dudes catch up to us. So we begin to film this first take, but immediately guys are pouring in the sauna around us. Some of them bone dry, having obviously skipped the shower. And they're just eyeballing us with a ninja mask and a camera. So many guys are pouring in that we have to move locations. We have one last angle with no naked dudes in it. We figure we have one shot at this and then we're gonna get busted. We may not have been captured, but we sure did capture something else. Heyo! So we found this location in Shinjuku to refilm the piece, which looked great anyhow with the festive temple background. But Japan wasn't the only place we had issues. In the Philippines, we began to experience bizarre problems with our cameras and electronics. And no joke, it happened the moment we met Father Zerudo, the Exorcist. We were initially looking to meet a Father Sakia, but he proved too elusive. Finally, I secured an interview with Father Zerudo in his home parish, an oddly decorated church on the outskirts of the city. The interview was going along fine, and then suddenly, no sooner did we fix the video than we had an issue with sound.
Let's see. Oh, no, it just went off.
When things got rolling, Father Zerudo had a unique explanation.
No, I'm just saying that whenever we have, usually this happens.
That's interesting.
I don't say it's caused by them, but I just observe that whenever we have these interviews, these things happen.
That's interesting.
Now this was really confusing to me. How could the demons even be there? How could I pick them up along the way? On RLT, I've always been pure of heart, always focused on chaste and upstanding activities. There was never any time, well, there was that one thing in Manila. Yeah, I did that. And maybe pole dancing isn't my forte, but I have failed worse at other things. In Vietnam, I failed so bad, we had to cut the entire segment. If you look back on that tandem ride through Hanoi, I had a lot of women passengers, didn't I? Women everywhere, hard at work. Maybe it has something to do with all the conflict Vietnam has suffered. World War II created vast opportunity for American women. But here they battled two empires back to back, right in their homeland. The kind of conflict where everyone who could lift a shovel or carry supplies had to help. I wanted to get a taste of some of the common jobs I've seen women working around Hanoi. I can't sew, and obviously I'm not gritty enough to handle a street sales job. But there was one gig I thought I could handle. This is Tam Cock, a stunningly beautiful river run that passes through small fishing operations, long dark caves, and some amazing scenery. It's a tourist favorite, and deservedly so. At the end of the ride, where the water slows and eddies, enterprising women lay in wait. As the tourist boats arrive, they pounce. I've been no stranger to water this season, so I found it only fitting to continue the tradition in Vietnam. Sprinkle in a little charisma and some sales fundamentals, and I could make a killing. So I strike a deal. Pay the lady a few bucks for the inconvenience, and all sales go to her.
Thanks.
You like something to drink? We'll tip over with piles of cash.
Hello.
Nice glasses and watch.
Let's get.
I just gotta get this thing moving first. Service with a smile? Man, I'm the worst salesman in the world. I better leave that to her.